Assalamu alaikum mbokk yi, welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football, guys. It's your boy Chama again. And this is the second part of the series we started last week. The most exciting under 23 players who are prospects to represent the Gambia at international level. Last week we discussed Muhammadu Susoho of Manchester City. We discussed Rob Nizet of William Tue and also Malcolm Jeng of Cyrus in Sweden. So today we will bring another 5 very exciting talents, and then of course we will tell you guys what we think is the likelihood of these players coming to play for the Gambia. So the 5 players that we will discuss today, guys, are Madon J, Imam J, Musa Drame J, they recently signed with Hearts, David Jata who is playing with Leipzig in Germany, and Yahya Kali is playing in Norrköping in Sweden. So these are the 5 players that we will cover today in our series of the most exciting under 23 players who are prospects to represent the Gambia. Guys, if you are new around the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy the show, please make sure you give us a like on the video, guys. Without wasting much of your time, guys, let's get into the discussion. Okay, today's discussion we started with Mamadou Lion Jai. Mamadou Lion Jai is a defender, central defender. He's a Norwegian who was born in Norway but to Gambian parents. He's currently playing for KFUM Oslo, an Oslo-based club who just moved into the top tier of the Norwegian league. They gained promotion last season from the second division. Mamadou Lion was an instrumental part of their promotion, and now they are playing at the top flight. And he keeps his place in the team. They usually play 3 at the back, and he's a defender who usually sit at the middle of that back 3. His stock is rising at a rapid pace. If you look at his market value at present, is 550,000 euros. That is what his market value is at the moment, which is quite huge. On Transfermarkt, if I'm to tell you that transfer value is higher than the one that our star striker Adam Obujan currently have, which is 500,000. You see, so he's a player who's very well rated. He's just 22 years of age. And he's a very tall, big figure. He's 191. That is about 6'3" or 6'4" central defender. At KFUM Oslo, he had his 2 brothers played with him. They were his cousin, Bilal Njai and Musa Njai. These are also Gambian descendants, but Bilal Njai is currently playing for with Somalia, I believe, as an international, because their mom is half Somalian and the dad is Gambian. So Musa Njai and Lion Njai, Musa Njai and Bilal Njai are brothers. Musa Njai can still represent the Gambia. And in terms of Lion, Gamfood, I think they have reported in the past that they have spoken to the player's agent, and they got the indication from the agent that the player is willing to represent the Gambia. I think he could be a very, very good central defender to add into our ranks. He is just 22 years of age, playing in a very good league in the Norwegian league. He has not represented Norway at international level yet. Of course, he was born in Norway, but he has not played for them at international level. I would rate his chances of coming to play for the Gambia. The likelihood of that happening, I would say, is around the 80% mark. I think it's about a matter of Gambia giving him the opportunity to call him in or showing him interest, and I'm sure he will take that opportunity. And if you look at the potential, if you look at his trajectory as a player, you would like to think that he is going to grow as a footballer. So I think he's a player worth investing time on as far as Gambia Football Federation is concerned, because I think he's going to grow into an even better player. He is growing as a player. He's improving year on year. So yeah, he's somebody we should keep an eye on. So for me, I think 80% chance that he will play for Gambia. If Gambia wants him, he will come play for the Gambia. The next player we will discuss today is Imam J. Imam J, he's 20 years of age. He's currently Swedish international, played for the Swedish youth teams. But Imam was born in the Gambia. He moved to Sweden when he was 6 years old, so he's kind of a Gambian, you know. That gives Gambia a good chance of, convincing him to play for the Gambia. He's currently playing for Mayalbi. We have another Gambian player, Mane. Mane is playing at Mayalbi. He joined them, I think, recently, less than 1 year ago. Imam Jan for you guys. He is a very good midfielder too as well. He's 20 years of age. If you look at his market value on transfer market. He is valued at around 425,000 euros. He's a midfielder who plays as a defensive midfielder, as a 6, or as an attacking midfielder. He can also play as a 10. Recently, he has been playing in that role very often, playing close to goal. That's why he's scoring quite a few goals here and there for Myalby this season. Everton signed him in 2022, playing at the Everton youth teams, and then later he returned to Häckens in Sweden, his former club, before eventually joining Myalby in 2023. So his career path took him from to Everton, then Häckens, then from Häckens. Now he is now a Myalby player, where he is settling in very, very well. Everton had high hopes of him when they signed him, but it did not materialize, and now he left Everton. This season, he has already scored a couple of goals and created a couple of assists in 13 games for Myalby. He's having a very good season. So far this season, he's having a really good one. He's averaging a goal involvement every 180 minutes. Every 2 games he plays, basically he get a goal or an assist, which is good considering the number of minutes that he plays. Like I say, he has already represented the Sweden national team at under 17, under 19, and under 21 level. Yes, just recently, earlier this month, he played for a friendly for the Sweden under 21 team versus England and versus Croatia. For him, the fact that he's also in the Swedish system is quite, tricky to think. But the fact that he's also born Gambian, and born by Gambian parents as well, so that will mean, there's a chance for the Gambia if Gambia pursue this one. So I would put Gambia at around 50 to 60% chance to get Imam J to bring him to the Gambian national team to play for us. He's just 20 years of age, having a very good season this year. His time at Everton did not work out as he would have loved, but since moving to Myalby, he's having an impact in that team. He's starting games there, and this season he started this season very well. So he's a player that also, I think, he's worth a time. He's worth investment in terms of trying to follow him as far as the Gambia Football Federation is concerned. Yeah, he's born in the Gambia after all. So the next player we will touch is Musa Drame. He's also another interesting player. I think I found out about him from 44. He was the one who revealed his move to Hearts days before actually that deal was announced. And Musa is now moving to Hearts. He is a player who was playing for Seville. He's born in Spain, by the way, Barcelona in Spain, that is Catalonia. He holds a Gambian citizenship already. Of course, he was born in Spain, but he already holds the Gambian citizenship, and he has expressed his will to represent the Gambia. 44 journalists has already spoken to him, and the guy has given him the indication that he want to represent the Gambia if the opportunity arises. He's currently playing for Hearts in Scotland. If he does a very good season with Hearts are very excited about having him there. Then who knows, he could be in line for the Gambia national team very, very soon. He's an attacking player. He's an attacking player who's comfortable to play in any of the front 3 positions. He can play. He's a central striker, but he can play in either sides of the wing. He prefers to play in the center forward area though, but he can play in the in the attacking areas. Last season, he spent his time at Seville's youth team, or not at Seville's B team rather. He scored 10 goals in 32 games and helped his club to gain promotion to the 3rd tier of the Spanish football. He parted ways with Seville, so now he will join Hearts. Hearts is currently being managed by Steven Naismith, former Everton attacking player. Interesting guy. He described the signing of Musa Drame as a very exciting one. He's an exciting young talent with loads of positive attributes. So they have been watching him and they like what they saw from the boy. So hopefully he will have his chance in Scotland, and he can have as big an impact as Adam Sidibe is having at St. Johnston. So we will keep a tab on him. We will keep watching him, and hopefully he will develop into a top player. He's just 22 years of age. Still very young. He's a player that we should also monitor and then see how well he develops. For me, in terms of his chances or likelihood of representing the Gambia, like I say, and I trust for is really high. So I would say around the 90% to 100% mark, because he already have the Gambian passport. He's a proud Gambian, like Fo put it. So He's a player that I think when invited to the national team he will go without without even hesitating. So I would say 90% to 100% for this one to happen. The next player we will touch is Nuha Jata. Nuha David Jata. There are a couple of Nuha Jata, by the way. There is one from Sweden, Nuha Jata, and there is another Nuha Jata from Germany. So today we will discuss the Nuha Jata from Germany. The one from Sweden is also doing really well there, but today we're going to discuss the Nuha Jata from Germany. He's the youngest one of the ones I have today. He's just 18 years of age. He's German, Gambian, like I said, Gambian born. His dad is Gambian and his mom is German. He's a tall, physical player. I'm sure you guys have seen him in the past. He has trained with the Gambia under 20 team just prior to their World Cup in Argentina. He was training with them in the Gambia. He's very tall, like I say, physically imposing attacking midfielder, currently playing for Leipzig. He joined Leipzig in 2020. That's when he joined Leipzig from VfL Osnabrück in the Germany Bundesliga too. Last season he made his debut for Leipzig, his competitive debut. That was in the final league game of the Bundesliga season. He came on against Frankfurt and made his Leipzig debut. Even though he played just I think a couple of minutes or so, but he has broken that barrier of making your debut for your club at senior level. So he has played in the Bundesliga. Not many Gambians have played in the Bundesliga at the top tier of the German league. So he's one of those players who is a potential to represent the Gambia. He played last season for their youth teams. They played in the UEFA Youth League. That was the UEFA Champions League, the youth level, where he faced teams like Real Madrid, teams like Manchester City in the process, when he faced Manchester City, of course, he encountered against Mahamadou Sissoko. Mahamadou Sissoko was playing for Manchester City in that game, and he was in the other side. So he has experience playing against top clubs around the world. Even in the Champions League last season, when Leipzig played against Real Madrid in the quarterfinals, he was on the bench for both legs in the Bernabeu, and also in Leipzig he was on the bench. He did not play, but he was on the bench, and of course that is also another form of an experience, seeing those top players, watching them. You were on the bench, and there was a chance that you can come on and play against those players. Of course, it did not happen, but it was a possibility. At international level, if you look at his international level, he has already played for Germany on the 18s. He has played for them 4 times, and he has scored 1 goal for them. He has represented Germany at that level. Then, like I say earlier too, he in 2023, just before the Gambia went to the Under-20 World Cup, he came to the Gambia and he was training with the Gambia Under-20. I have a story for that, because when I reveal, I think I was the first person to reveal the national team squad. It was already on FIFA website, but GFF were delaying on revealing the squad back then, understand? And then we decided to copy what the list was on FIFA, decided to post the list, the squad that was going to Argentina. That is an information that you have to put out there. If you don't put it out there, people will find it. And then that's what we did. We went to the FIFA website with the help of my brother Modu Bia. He was the one who sent me the link, and I said, okay, let me just create a graphic for this and post it. And then that's when I started posting the Gambia national team squads, because usually the GFF will delay in showing the squads for the Gambia national team, and there is no need to delay that. If the information is available, you just have to put it out there. Of course, if the coach has not named his squad or something like that, you can wait until the coach names his squad, rather. But if this squad is named, what's the reason to hide it? A selection is never going to be satisfy everybody. You have to accept that, and then just put it out there. So since then, we have been following the kid, Nuha David Jata. He has been playing for the Germany Under-20. He has been playing for the Germany under 18s, and next year there will be Euro Under-21. So who knows? He might be invited for that one. So for him, initially, I had him at 50% to represent the Gambia. I give Gambia 50%, give Germany 50%. But having spoken to the four journalists who knows these players better than myself, because he has his sources, he do his digging and all that. For me, I'm just on the face value, looking at the players, knowing they are Gambians, and then that's all I get. And then those information I gather from these people, that is what I present to you. So said 50% is too small. because he think the player is willing to represent the Gambia. That's what Fo told me. And what he said was that Nuha want to represent Germany at the youth levels, develop himself, but at international senior level, he might be interested to represent the Gambia. And coming to Gambia, training with the Gambia under 20 teams, that kind of show his commitment to come and represent the Gambia at international level. So for him, Fo said I should push it up. So I push it up to 65%, around 65%, 60 to 70% should be something that we will think that. So it is more likely that he represent the Gambia at senior level than to represent Germany. That's what we are saying. That's big news, right? And the boy is a top player playing for Leipzig in the Bundesliga. So next season he might have his chance to play more minutes for Leipzig, which, you know, looking at his style of play, looking at his build, looking at his potential, I think he's a player just 18 years of age, like I say. So he's a player that the Gambia needs to invest a lot of time on him, you know, trying to get him on board as soon as possible, because he has already expressed that will. And the final player for today is Yaya Kali. Yaya Kali is another Swedish-born Gambian to Gambian parents. He said he has been playing football since he was 5 years of age. It has been his passion to play football. He's a left back, but I watched an interview of him recently when he went to Groningen. He said he used to be a midfielder. Until he was 15 years of age, he was a central midfielder. And then he switched to a left back. He described himself as a wing back, as an all-round wing back. So he likes to attack and he likes to defend as well. He started his career at Malmo. That's where he joined their youth teams. Before in 2020, he joined IFK Gothenburg for free. Then he joined the first team at that club, played a very good season, had their one wonderful season. Then Groningen in Netherlands. They came knocking. They came and they bought him for a very expensive money. He was very young then. He was around 20 years of age. They signed him 20 or 19 years of age at that time. That was 4 years ago. 19 years of age. They signed him 400,000 euros, which was a lot of money to sign a young player, especially considering he's coming from the Swedish league. That's what Groningen paid for him. And he spent there 1.5 seasons, so 11 games in total he played for Groningen in the Netherlands. But then after that they sold him, or they loaned him to Norrköping, where he spent some time for a season on loan, and then eventually that loan was turned into a permanent deal. Now he's playing for Norrköping, of course, along with the Cisse brothers, Joseph Cisse and Jesper Cisse. They are all playing for Norrköping. And this season, he has started this season really well, to be honest. He has already played 10 of their 12 games. He has started 10 of their 12 league games so far this season. Yaya Kali has already represented the Swedish under youth teams as well. He played for their under 17, under 18s, and under 21s already. But also I think he's had a set for Gambia. He was named in Tom's squad recently. Tom went to watch him in Sweden, scouting him, and he was even eventually named in the squad. He did not turn up that time. I don't know for what reason, but he was named in the squad, and currently he has in the Gambian citizenship. Which means, you know, he's had a set for the Gambia. And even last year, December, he was in the Gambia playing with training match in Basori, home of Real de Banjul. He played with the likes of Bubat Sane, Mohamed Sane was there, and Singate, those kids, Tambedu, they were all playing, Jiba, they were playing together. So Yaya is kind of somebody who has already set his heart on the Gambia. So for him, I think he's the one I'm most convinced with, to be honest, to represent the Gambia, because he has been named in the squad and he has already got his Gambian nationality despite having the Swedish citizenship in the past. Now he has the Gambian citizenship. So for him, I cannot see him going back to play for Sweden. I can only see him playing for Gambia. So for him, I would say 100% that he will represent the Gambia at international level. It depends on when they invite him to come and play for the national team. Of course, we know we have a lot of options at left back. Ibu Toure is one of the best servants of Gambian national team. Whenever he comes, he gives you everything. We have seen what Jacob Mendy did in the African Cup of Nations. He was exceptional for that. We have just seen Omar Gueye, what he did in the qualifiers recently, assisting in both games for Gambia against Seychelles and also against Gabon. So left back, we have a tons of options. So it's going to be competition there. But of course, what is football without competition? If you are a footballer, you have to be there for the competition. You have to be there to prove your worth. And this is an opportunity for him to prove his work, what Yaya Kali, and try to break through that barrier. This is football, and this is what we want to see in our national team. Every position being competed for, because the national team Gambia is a big big country, more than 2 million people in the Gambia. It's not a big country, but we have a good population, more than 2 million people in the Gambia. So we want to see in every position that it's being competed, because we are talking about the best team of the Gambia going to compete at international level. So it does not have to be easy for any player to just come in and then be playing for the national team. It has to be competed for. And yeah, Yaya Kali, he can compete for it, and he's a top talent. Like I say, he has huge potential. Went to Groningen, had an exceptional time before Groningen. I got him back. They spent a lot of money, signed him, and then at Groningen it did not work out as well as he would have loved. In 1.5 years, he only played 10 league games, so that's not good enough. That's not enough for a player in 1.5 years, 18 months. But then since he moved back to Norrköping, he has his career has been going up again. His market value is increasing again. He's almost around 350,000 euros, his market value at present, or 300,000 euros at present, which means it is going up again. So he's a player, he's an exciting player. So guys, that's what I had for you guys today. Those are the 5 players, 5 exciting under 23 players who have potential to represent the Gambia. And this is part 2 of this series, guys. If you're enjoying this series, guys, make sure you like the video, and make sure you subscribe to the Jollof Football Banter. If you have not watched the first part, please go and check it out. We cover 3 interesting players there, and we'll be coming back next week for part 3 of this series, guys. So until I come your way again, goodbye, guys.